You have found what lights you up. I'm your host, Sunny the Life Coach, and I'm here because I see you searching for something or someone out there to help you feel better. Something to take away the pain that you're feeling, the inadequacies. I know all of the things that happen in life can leave you feeling empty. Your search is over. This podcast is all about finding your own freedom and power to love yourself enough to shine in the ways you were always meant to, the ways in which you are already fully capable of. If you're ready for some real talk, some serious truth bombs, and a few F-bombs, you are in the right place. Let's do this. Let's get lit. Hey there, welcome to another solo episode with yours truly. I am grateful that you may be taking time during your hectic holiday schedule to listen. If you happen to be catching this on or around the release date of December 9th. Of course, this is going to be a fantastic episode to catch whenever or wherever you are. Perhaps you're in another time entirely, and you will be reflecting back on December 2021 and relating to, yep, I remember what that was like. All of the media messages about the supply chain and shortages everywhere and hurry up and get yours now or it's going to be gone. Listen, my husband and I have been on to this bullshit for months now because it's been going on for months now. Because he is very much a creature of habit and routine, I cannot get him to switch off the morning news. He just wants to check in at the very start of the day and spend about 30 minutes or so just catching up on what's happening locally, and then another 30 minutes on what's happening nationally. It really ends up being background noise for us as we're getting ready for our day, but it's there. And Good Morning America is the morning show of choice in this house. Probably around September is when we started to actively notice the seeds of scarcity being planted. But if we were paying more attention to that background noise, it probably began even earlier than that. Around September is when they started sending reporters out to the pumpkin farms to talk about the shortages that we would be experiencing this year. Then they marched on to the turkey farms in October, urging everyone to go out and get your turkey now and put it in the freezer because there wouldn't be enough turkeys for Thanksgiving. Then they started showing all of the ships just waiting for a spot at port and waiting for weeks with all of the goods in those containers because there weren't enough workers to handle it all. You get the idea. You probably saw and heard it too. I just hope that you were able to see right through it as we did and not worry that there wouldn't be enough to go around if you didn't get yours right now. We didn't react to any of that noise. Yes, it seems that Trader Joe's was a little later than usual in putting out the pumpkin displays, but they were there. I picked up a few, just what I needed. We had a super small and intimate Thanksgiving where no one even wanted turkey, and we knew all along that was going to be our experience this year. So, turkey shortage? No one cared. Not this fam. We had lasagna and salad. Now, Christmas, I don't know, you all. I swear I feel like retreating to my cocoon every year around this time because the frenzy and the rush and all of the doing and all of the spending just really wears on me. And that can probably be traced back to the days of me balancing two jobs simultaneously for both a mail order catalog company and a major shipping company. I did that for just over 2 years and working in either of those environments around Christmas can be enough to shift your perspective in a big way. Doing both simultaneously, 5 days a week, oh my God, I wanted nothing to do with this time of year for a good while. I just will never forget being screamed at by a customer over the phone. I was working in a call center. Screamed at because the jacket she wanted to order for her husband was out of stock. She said that was the big gift she had been planning for. It was the gift, and we didn't have it. She screamed at me, "You've ruined Christmas." Me personally, I ruined Christmas for her. And somehow, I'm not even sure how to this day, but somehow I was able to maintain calm and even find a little compassion for her in that moment, even though I was really taken off guard that she would assign blame to me for that coveted jacket being out of stock. I don't even remember what I said to her out loud in that moment, but I'll never forget what I thought. I thought, "Ma'am, if the absence of a jacket ruins your Christmas, you have far greater problems than I can solve for you." Now, I was in my 20s then, and I was a customer service rep in a call center. I would certainly have a much different response for her today as a coach. In fact, I think of her every year. Her rage and frustration really opened something up for me and helped me to see how materialistic we'd become as a society in America. And we are talking about in the 90s, you all. I saw that then. In fact, it helped me to shape my approach in jobs that I held later when we would do a gift exchange at the office. After the first year of doing that in our small, newly formed little department, I suggested that we take that $15 to $20 we would spend on each other and put it toward buying gifts for a family in need instead. That was far more rewarding a practice than trying to find a random gift in that price range. And it held far more meaning in the overall shopping experience because we had an actual list of specific items that a family wanted or needed. That's how I worked through my little mini trauma of having been screamed at over a jacket being out of stock. And wherever you are, angry lady, I hope you have found peace. I am grateful to you for having opened my eyes fully to our attachments to material things being the centerpiece of a wonderful experience. Thank you for that lesson. Now, I realize that Christmas may not be the holiday that you celebrate. Some of you are already past your holidays, Diwali and Hanukkah, for example. I'm going to pick on Christmas because it's the most widely recognized and overly commercialized in our culture in the U.S. I'm not even making this episode about Christmas so much as I'm making it about gifts. So please stay with me if you're hearing this in July, because there's a reason you chose this episode, and I am going to deliver. Just hang tight. Before I get to the greatest gift, I just want to give a shout out to all of the light ceremonies. Notice that during the darkest time of the year for us in North America, no matter what we are celebrating, light is involved. Candles or twinkle lights, a mix of both, that's pretty rad. Light up, my friends, light up. Now, let's talk about the absolute best gift that you can possibly give. Any idea what that might be? I've already given you a little hint with the story I just shared. I talked about how I'm on to the news media. I'm not buying what they're selling us, and I'm not going to be shaken down by someone else's anger. Yes, the greatest gift that you can give to another is also the greatest gift that you can give to yourself. There are so many ways to describe it, but I'm going to go with emotional well-being for now. Other phrases came to me earlier today when I was doing a stream of consciousness writing practice for 5 minutes. Things like to know and be known, to be open, supported, and seen, to be aware, awakened, and safe, to have no resistance, to fully allow, activate, clear, express, align, listen, teach, reach, embody, and stop thinking so much. Any or all of those things can fall under well-being. And to be clear, I believe it's more than emotion. It is the whole of our being that we are often suppressing and not fully embracing because we've had all of the knowing conditioned right out of us. I've come to see this as a test or a challenge of this lifetime. Living is a test and a challenge. Can you solve this? Or are you just going to keep running around this maze, looking for the prize at the end, thinking that it's not even part of this life, but it's in the afterlife? And I mean, no disrespect to those of you who believe this, but I've received some gifts along my own path that show me otherwise. I believe those gifts are here for us to enjoy right now. And what happens when you take care of yourself? I talk about this a lot when we touch on the topics related to self-care. What happens when you put your own oxygen mask on first? You are better positioned to show up for everyone else and share your gifts. That unshakable, unwavering support. Your smile, your touch, your kind words, your compassion, your generosity, your precious time, your talent, the outward expression of your inner peace. Yes, my friend, the greatest gift that you can give to another is the gift of yourself. And you must first give this gift to yourself before it can possibly be shared with others. How have you done this in the past? How did you feel when you did? Let's just take one example. Let's say the gift of your precious time. And maybe you can even combine that with a talent. Like, I used to love decorating for Christmas because I loved the end result, of course. I also loved doing it because it reminded me of spending time with my dad. And he used to decorate other people's houses during this time of year. We would start so early, like late October, early November. Now, he was getting paid for it, of course, but he truly enjoyed doing it. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoy doing it, but I no longer have the capacity or the energy to extend the offer to friends and family like I used to. But during the time that I did do that, I was giving of myself and from my heart, my time, and my talent. I didn't ask for anything in exchange. It wasn't that kind of arrangement. It was my gift. The gift to myself? Well, I was channeling my dad for a few hours, spending some time with his spirit and feeding my soul in the process. It didn't feel like work. It felt like love. You can't buy that in a store, friend. This kind of gift is unaffected by the supply chain. No, there isn't a material object to hold on to in many cases. It may be experiential and held in your memory banks. But that's what I'm saying here. Not every gift has to be tangible. Some gifts are greater than anything you can fit into a box. Speaking of boxes, what box are you trying to wedge yourself into when it comes to celebrating the holidays or moving through life in general? The box of other people's expectations? The box of the perfectly curated Instagram image? The box of tradition that must be carried on or else you're not doing right by someone else's memory? Listen, we are all unique, beautiful souls. No two are alike. It is not your purpose to live someone else's dream. It is your purpose to create your own and live that one out. So if you have put yourself in any of those boxes, it's time to let that shit go. Liberate yourself internally. Free yourself. Give yourself that gift. And when you do that, everyone else around you will benefit. Even if you don't head over to their house and decorate it, you don't have to actually do anything but show up, and they will receive the gift of your powerful presence. How cool is that? I'm telling you, this is absolutely the greatest gift possible. I think we have learned, indeed we have been conditioned, to constantly think of how we can outdo each other and ourselves. If we gave a big gift last year, we need to go even bigger this year. We have to keep raising the bar, right? No, we do not. I would say that I'm getting to the age where I don't want things anymore. I would rather have experiences over things. I could tell you that it comes with being of a certain age, but I don't think that's true. I think it's more about your mindset and your full awareness of your own needs. I say that because my 13-year-old son struggles to come up with a list of what he wants when Christmas or birthday rolls around. So I don't think it has to do with how old you are or where you are in life as much as it has to do with your current level of satisfaction with life and your awareness that no material item is going to fill the void inside of you. You are the one who can be equipped to fill that void if you are willing to explore it. And I think that if you are a parent, the best gift you can give your child is the awareness that we don't always get what we want in life. I'm not implying that you do this intentionally. I'm just saying that if you're thinking about creating a bot to crawl the web to find the latest coveted video game console that is in short supply and high demand, what are you teaching yourself and your child? You're teaching yourself to continue making sacrifices of your time and energy in order to please your child. You're teaching your child to always expect to receive exactly what they want when they want it. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't always have to be channeled through you. Mom or dad is going to move heaven and earth to make it happen. You're teaching your child to be entitled. Possibly. I mean, every human being is unique and all. I'm speaking in complete generalities here. What I'm saying is that placing the focus on material things takes you out of your essence and keeps you in that maze. It keeps you searching for the next thing and the next thing to bring the joy, instead of looking inside of yourself and finding your own ability to create joy, satisfaction, contentment through living authentically and true to the whole of your being. It keeps you in the chains of consumerism and it feeds the machine. So try feeding something else for a change. You, your soul, your spirit, your life force. When you do this, your entire life experience shifts in such a positive way. You might just amaze yourself at what you can accomplish and who you will help. As Rumi says, we carry inside us the wonders we seek outside us. Rumi had it figured out, didn't he? No jacket sitting under the tree is going to create the perfect experience that you have envisioned in your mind's eye. Yes, I'm telling you, I still think about that woman. I do. I send her love, and I hope she has found a way to be free of material things, or at least free of her attachment to any one thing being necessary for her to have an amazing experience. And yes, I thank her for my lesson. You have probably received plenty of lessons through your life as well. You just may not have seen it that way at the time. You may have seen it as someone else being an asshole toward you, which is what we do. It's the way we've been trained to think, and I'm here to show you a much better way to experience this life. So you can start today, wherever or whenever you are. You can start right now by going to the show notes, clicking on my link tree, find the one for a free session, a free one-on-one session, sign up, and let's get to the business of showing you how to create the greatest gift possible that is waiting for you to tap into. I promise it will be a total game changer. I hope to hear from you soon, and I cannot wait to see you light up and shine on.